I'm Jenna.
I'm Jess.
And welcome to our monthly roundup of news in the yoga and wellness and whatever the fuck else we can think of space. Things. And we remembered to do it again. Even
Proud
though I did think that I'd forget.
Typically we forget.
But
I mean, when I say we, I passenger, so.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of like weird culty shit in the news.
Yeah.
So
hit us with it.
It was kind of like a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So the first bit is in the past month, Netflix released Dancing for the Devil. Did you watch it?
Oh my God, I watched it.
Oh my God. So it's a 3-episode docuseries following the Wilking family and their attempts to pull their daughter and sister, Miranda Derrick, from the clutches of 7M, a TikTok production company, and also a branch of the Shekinah Church, which also feels kind of like one of those like Jim Jonesy revival churches, but it's like a lot of Koreans.
It's so fucking crazy. Do you remember when they went on the TikTok and like were making this like plea for them to?
No. Well, so you mean in the documentary? Yes.
No.
In real life? I don't remember.
I remember it happening and I'm like, it's too much. Because it was like a whole thing. They were like, everybody's like, have you seen this? You know, and they like do like reviews on other posts, you know, whatever.
Whereas they're just like little floating head and they're pointing to
and they're like,
corner. And
oh,
they're
this
like,
is what they're saying. Oh my God, have you seen this? Da, da, da. And it was like so fucking juicy. But did I click once? No. I was like, oh, listen, if you're not giving me all the deets in like 15 seconds or less, I'm moving on with my life.
Yeah,
it was one of those things.
It was a long plea.
Yeah.
So they go on, the Wilking family goes on TikTok like live to like plead with people for like with any information about like Miranda Derrick
and just like saying
forward
like,
or
hey,
help or like,
really,
hey, we're here, we miss you.
Right.
But this church, the Shekinah Church, which is led by Robert Shin, he's been accused of isolating members, being super shady with money, sexual assaults,
rape. For sure.
Yes. Discuss.
So, mind you, he has a daughter.
I know.
Who was active.
But she's like a part of it.
But I think, did she bail?
Left.
She bailed, yeah.
She left, but I don't know if that's just to save her own ass or not. I don't know. She hasn't come forward.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
Just update things, though. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's like a pretty quick watch. I feel like I've watched a lot of like cult things and like true crime. Mm-hmm. And when that poor man is telling, I think it's like one of the sisters, he's like, I gave about 90% of my income to Robert pre-tax. I audibly gasped.
Fucking sad.
I gasped out loud and I said, oh, sweet baby angel. Me. I did that.
Wow.
It created such a reaction that I was like shocked.
Yeah.
I was by myself.
Who am
I was completely by myself and I was like, oh my God, poor baby. Like,
anybody else see that?
I know. And then I got embarrassed, even though there was no one there to watch it. I got a little like, I was like, I shocked myself.
Yeah. No. But honestly, it was really fucking sad. Like,
it's so sad.
Like, and it just, like, everybody just wanted, you know what they wanted?
Money.
Fame.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted, money.
Yeah.
Fame and money.
Yeah.
And that's why I think they were low-hanging fruit for, because he was like, I can do this for you. I can da-da-da-da-da. And I don't...
Can I tell you, though, how satisfying... No, I'm not going to spoil. No spoilers. What? Actually, no, this whole thing is spoilers.
Yeah, fuck that. It's been out for
a while. It's been out for like not even a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
did I jump on it quick?
Well,
you told me
I watched it the first
like,
day, and then I told you. That was the first day.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
it's so good.
Can you just say spoiler alert?
Okay. Spoiler alert. Skip this. But when they finally deliver him the papers for the lawsuit, they're like at that like family eating joint. And they like deliver the papers. I was like, fuck yeah.
Get that.
Damn. Okay. So an update though, Miranda Derrick still remains in 7M/Shekinah.
That is so crazy.
And insists that she's not being controlled and that because of the documentary, she and her husband are receiving death threats. In April, it does. I think that's shitty because why would you be like, send someone a death threat for someone that you think is in trouble?
You're not, like, they don't impact you in any way. If anything, the only thing that you should, like, any mind you
Like,
should
you're
be paying
dancing
them.
is too dangerous.
Oh, death threat.
Death threat.
You
That's
must
so fucking
die.
weird.
Like, that's fucking crazy. Like,
So
otherwise
ridiculous.
they have nothing to do with you. They don't impact your life in any way. Why death?
Yeah. But in April of this year, the 2 criminal cases against Robert Shin for sexual battery were dropped, with law enforcement citing the delay in reporting and insufficient evidence. Because the statute of limitations had passed, which is kind of bullshit.
I don't know, Oz. But I'm like, if somebody has done something and several people have come up and
there
said,
shouldn't be a statute of limitations.
And then did you see where they were like, we need more people in the documentary?
Mm-hmm.
Is one not enough? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So despite there being no criminal charges, there is a civil cross suit slated for 2025. Shin is suing former members of Shekinah for libel and defamation, and those members are countersuing for fraud, forced labor, and human trafficking.
Good.
And there's been no updates. He's like laying real low.
I hope he gets what he deserves.
Same. If you have not watched Dancing for the Devil on Netflix, you should. I'll put it in the show notes. It's really good.
I hope that if they come up with like a decision, I hope that they're not like they use the documentary again. Oh, nobody can make a clear decision without being influenced by this documentary kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't think everyone is going to be like, there's going to be a jury.
Like when they're like the bias of the jury.
Yeah.
I hope they don't try to pull that shit if they don't get a favor.
I mean, never mind. I was going to say, if they could find a jury for Trump that was impartial, they can find a jury for Robert Shin that is impartial.
True. That's true.
So the second piece is that B. Schofield broke a story back in April about an Ashland, Oregon cult called TwinRay, run by a woman named Mia Therese, who was a D-level actress that claimed to have become inhabited by a goddess called, wait for it to come together, Shekinah Ma.
I was waiting. I literally thought you were going to say that.
You thought you did?
I thought you were going to say Shekinah. I didn't hear your thing.
Oh my God. You had ESP with me right now. It happened.
My God.
I Shekinah Ma'd your brain.
Yes. That is so funny. I literally did think you were going to say Shekinah something.
I love it.
Weird.
That is so weird. So Shekinah Ma, who is apparently the embodiment of Mary Magdalene, and her husband, a man named Harley Foster, or Sanandaji, who is obviously the embodiment of Jesus.
Obviously.
And
Winston Churchill.
Probably. So a TwinRay is a divine couple that reconnects in every lifespan. And there's a lot of prophecy and energy grids and cultural appropriation. And it's like super convoluted. But since B broke the story, the cult store in Ashland has been shuttered. And B is working on a podcast. I will put a link in the show notes. She does really good reporting. She has a website called Guru Mag. You can like donate to her work there too. So if you guys are interested, I'll put that in the show notes too. The third story I have today, that was actually a really quick one because I actually don't have more because I want her to be able to be the one to like tell the story. Yeah. Especially if she's working on a podcast about it. But the third piece I have is that there have been allegations concerning Albert Bastiat, who is the founder of one of the founders of Sacred Sons, which is a men's group that does work with embodied masculinity and connecting men to their divine nature. So he's like a men's, like, I don't know. He's like one of those guys that is claiming to do good work for women through like men's work with like their own masculinity.
I'm trying to find, okay, so I think I'm just like so on like, when I think about men, masculinity and all, you know, whatever. I'm trying
to be like a little bit less like toxic men.
Right. Okay. Because that's kind of where I go. And then I'm already on the defense. Where I'm like, bleh.
I have a feeling, like I have certain feelings about these men's groups that aren't very great. But that is my personal opinion. And I guess I really don't know anything about them other than I'm like, do you guys need a safe? I mean, I guess everyone needs a safe space. But like when I think about a group of men getting together, the first thing I think of is like, how scary for me. Like how scary for anyone.
I choose the bear.
Yeah, I would choose the bear.
Any day. I choose the bear.
If I see a shirtless drumming circle and a bear, you best
go for the bear.
That I'm going for the bear. Yeah. But so Albert Bastiat was allegedly, or the allegations include grooming, consent violations, and a psychedelic therapy setting and exploiting domestic labor. I don't even know what that means. I think he's just taking advantage of people and being like kind of shitty, allegedly. I don't know. Mm-hmm. In January of 2023, Sacred Sons removed Aubert for an ethics violation. And then they claimed to mediate, but then straight up just disassociated from him altogether. They were like, we don't know him.
Oh, wow.
Bye.
Oh, wow.
This year, Michaela D'Amico has been nonstop advocating for victims with the support of a group called Ma'at. And I'll also put her account in the show notes. But she has a lot of the proof with the allegations. And honestly, on the whole, I generally just believe women. Like, I don't like,
and also in my head, I'm like, oh, wow, it was really like easy for a group of men to push another man out of an organization when they felt he wasn't like being great. But if it was
cool, but like
start for another
in the first place.
No, I agree. But I'm like, how it's never that clean or easy when it's a group of women. You know what? Oh,
yeah.
So, see, I'm tainted. I'm literally like, I look for the inequity, but
I'm choosing the bear in this situation.
Bear.
My brain just went to like the bear.
Such a good show too.
Also would choose the bear.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
I would choose all the bear. No, not like sexually. I was thinking sweatpants. I was thinking eating food in bed and binging the bear. Not
where I was going at all. Listen, he's not even my type. But why is he so muscular? Why? Why does that make sense? Like, why is he so muscular? Like, what is that? Is it necessary?
It's probably fitness.
Typically, but is it necessary for his role? Does he need to be that cut and ripped?
I don't know.
Does he need to like put his arm so straight where he gets a little
that divot? I don't know.
Do I need to see his trapezoids? No, I don't. Okay. No, I don't. Okay, the bear. But thank you.
I've seen him in things though, like I guess before he got like ripped. So I feel like in my mind he doesn't look like that. He looks like you always
his
see
old
people,
version.
You always like think of people or like actors when you like first see them in something and then
I first saw him in The Bear. So
I first saw him in a horror film.
Which one? One of them.
The Rental?
No.
It's actually not that scary. It's more like a
rental property, burn. Like an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Oh, scary. That does sound scary.
Actually. Yeah. It was directed by Dave Franco.
I do love Dave Franco. James. It's so sad because I did like what I thought was his personality. And then I heard all the yuck. I'm like, oh, God.
I was like the biggest James Franco fan in high school.
You know what?
Freaks and Geeks. Oof.
This is a thing for me. Something about a very prominent Adam's apple, like when you laugh if your Adam's apple moves, or like
like a gackle, like a
like if you I love so like
Goofy's Adam's apple, where it's just
like okay, so I don't even think this guy's attractive. Ronaldo, Cristiano, or whatever. I don't know. The soccer player. When he talks
soccer,
when he talks, his Adam's apple moves, and I'm like, I don't know why that's attractive to me. It's weird. I like a lisp, and I like an Adam's apple.
Look at you.
I'm fucking weird. I like
Fucking
it.
weirdo.
I like
You
it.
weirdo.
Yeah.
Okay, we have one more. Usually I have 3, but we have one more.
Ooh.
A new lawsuit has been brought against Yogaville, aka the Integral Yoga Institute. Yogaville is an ashram opened in 1980 by Swami Satchidananda. Satchidananda has been accused for years of sexual assault and rape, and the new lawsuit alleges that the institute concealed the violations and sought to isolate victims to keep them quiet. The ashram is countersuing for defamation against the assault victims, which is a bad look.
Yeah. Come on.
But yeah, so like these rumors have been like circulating for years of like, not even rumors. Obviously, I believe them because it sucks because I don't know if you've noticed, but I have a lot of Satchidananda books.
Oh, I did not notice your book.
I actually was reading a little bit.
In one? Oh, wait. Do share.
Where we're talking about brahmacharya. Brahmacharya, real quick, is like celibacy or continence.
Oh.
And I don't know. I guess I must have skipped this over. But he says in it, brahmacharya or celibacy means control, not suppression. If the mind can be filled with sublime thoughts by meditation, mantra repetition, the sex desire will be devitalized by the withdrawal of the mind. On the other hand, suppression of sexual desire will attach you to it again and again, producing wet dreams, irritability, and mental restlessness. So I feel perhaps... What is this guy?
What?
These great vows, this vow of brahmacharya, not limited by class, place, or circumstance. This motherfucker. Oh, young people say, when you love somebody, how can you stop giving? But out of love, they do not know what to give. Sometimes they can even give venereal disease.
Oh my God.
Why? I was just like looking up. I was trying to look up, like, I was like, this motherfucker.
That is
talking about like celibacy and giving it all right. Yeah. And then I was like, wait a second. Why is he talking about venereal disease in this yoga text?
That is so fucking...
And wet dreams.
Wet dreams. Don't
wet
forget.
Dreams. Yup. Yoga Sutras. Translation by Satchidananda. Do not buy.
Have that book.
Yeah, it's all of our trainings are based usually on...
Not funny, you know.
Fucking get out of here with you. Maybe he knows by experience because he has fucking wet dreams and venereal diseases. Satchidananda.
So funny.
Fucking.
That's the thing. I'm like, God, why? So I love yoga so much, but I feel like it's a slippery slope for people who can't like, and it sucks.
There's literally allegations, like every wise, and I'm saying this again, air quotes, eye roll,
hardcore.
Like almost everyone is so fucking shady. You cannot trust anybody.
Right.
But then where do you draw the line at the wisdom that they did impart? And
because there's good.
Can you separate the author from the act? Yeah. Can you separate the teacher from the act?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still working that out, but that's shitty. What would you have joined a cult for this month?
The transition. That's shitty. What would you have joined a cult for this month?
That glorious transition?
Oh gosh, I should have prepared for this, but I think that right in this moment, I would join a cult for protected sleep. Just protected sleep.
Almost the same as last month, but instead of pod for games, I
think that the common thread with me is just like, leave me the fuck alone. Like, I just need to be in my space to recharge. Yeah. I'm so fucking tired lately. I can't think of anything that like, because I've just been so work-minded lately. I haven't like been able to, like, there's no stopping and thinking about much. It's just go, 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 go. So I would just like that protected time to sleep.
Yeah.
What would you join a cult for? Sorry, I don't have a better answer than that.
I don't know. It's a tie between Korean chicken wings.
Fuck yes. Oh my God.
From barbecue chicken.
Wait, what's that place called?
Barbecue chicken.
It's literally called barbecue
That's
chicken.
called barbecue chicken.
That's fucking wild.
It's bb.q chicken. Those
BB.Q.
BB.Q chicken. And puzzles.
So, wait, what?
Maybe eating the wings while puzzling.
And puzzle.
I would join if there was a cult that had
puzzling lately?
Korean chicken wings. Fucking sign me up. I will murder who you want me to murder.
Yeah. Just say the word.
You want me to look the other way? Just
Sure.
give me those wings.
Give me them wings. Give me the wings to look at the other way.
Yeah. Honestly, if I had those wings, be committing tax fraud right next to me, I'd have no idea.
Yeah.
I'd be having a love affair.
Sorry. I just realized what I would also join a cult for. And it's another podcast. It's called, I've told you about this before. I know I've mentioned
The Giggly
it before.
Squad?
No.
Oh.
It's called I've Had It.
No.
It's a podcast, and these are just like two fucking grumpy ass, old ass women. They love themselves. Like, they literally love being called old broads. They're like,
that.
They're from Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
Okay. They're like in the Bible Belt. They're in like all things patriot. They are the most liberal bitches. And they shit all over, and they like make fun of Stanley Cups. They like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's the I've Had It podcast. One is there's one of the hosts, her name is Jen, and the other host's her name's Angie, but she goes by Pumps. And like they talk so much, they're best friends. They talk so much shit to each other, and they talk so much shit about each other, and it's just like self-deprecation, but like funny. And then it's like just talking shit about like fucking like not Republicans, but like Trumpers.
Yeah.
Because you can be a Republican without being a Trumper.
Correct.
But it's so fucking funny. And they make fun of people who think that like they're making like a stance. They're like, oh, America, blah, blah, blah. And they put up this flag, and it's like a Liberian flag and not like it's red, white, and blue for sure. But like, you dumb motherfucker don't even know how to put that. And it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's like helping me through my commutes in the morning.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So I've Had It podcast. I would join a cult for them. They used to have a show on the Bravos, I think. Was the Bravo or the TL Sizzle? I don't know. One of them.
Yeah.
And so I already knew who they were, and then I like stumbled on their podcast.
Oh, that's so
They're
fun.
fucking funny.
Oh, if we're shouting out podcasts, my friend Brina has a podcast called Lilius's Bones. And it's a podcast about, I think that she was the only witch buried in Scotland, and her bones went missing. And so the podcast is about like Lilius 80 and her life, and them searching for her bones.
Is it the whole podcast that's just about this one topic?
Yes, she
deep dives.
Episode 3, I think. Well, when this airs, maybe 4.
But so she's like real thorough and is like
yeah. Well,
diving.
she is like a very good journalist. She's like,
it's incredible.
And it's funny because I've popped up a couple of the articles that I've looked at for research. Her name has popped up, and I was like, wait. What? This can't be the same Brina.
You're like, my Brina?
I'm like, that I know her, and I didn't know that she was a writer. She used to come to my classes, and her and her partner, Courtney, used to come to my classes in San Francisco. I loved them. And so I, of course, have like, know them in such a different way. No, at this place called the Yoga Flow. And so so it was just like so bizarre to be like, oh my God, now I know you in another way.
That is so cool. No, that's super fun.
I'll link to it in the show notes. But Lilius's Bones.
That sounds
a witch podcast.
Fuck yes.
About witches. Maybe Brina can help us with our diarrhea spell.
Yeah. I mean, just usually.
I did have this thought the other day.
Who would we give nostril or not nostril, more effectively tear duct diarrhea to? Justin Timberlake.
What? No, it's just a TWI. That's not a big deal. That doesn't deserve diarrhea eyes. He just is like really embarrassed.
I just think it's like it's so egregious because like you have so much money, you could have fucking paid for an Uber.
You could have gone an Uber.
You're a dumbass. I think anybody who gets a DUI, sorry, and I'm sure friends of mine have gotten DUI. Like, listen, I get it. But know that it's a stupid choice to get behind the fucking road, like get behind the wheel when you have fucking alcohol in your body.
I think that this week Robert Shin.
Yeah, for sure.
Shekinah guy.
Shekinah guy.
Shekinah
I do
guy.
feel
Get the fuck
bad.
outta here.
I will say though,
He deserves eyeball diarrhea.
Oh, eyeball diarrhea for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like he's fucked up so many people, especially that one, the girl who's there for like 23 years.
The sister. I know.
And she like can't even be regular. She can't even normal because she's so damaged.
Yeah.
And she'll get there. I hope she does at least, you know.
Yeah.
Like I want her to find peace and I want her to
navigate. I wish her the deepest vengeance. Like,
yeah.
I think that like watching back to Dancing for the Devil.
Let's go.
I think watching it, you just feel so deeply like you want vengeance for her.
Yeah. No, it absolutely.
And I think this what fucking sucks is that the whole like statute of limitations against sexual assault, I think in this country is fucking ridiculous. Like it shouldn't have to be.
Why is there one?
It should be able to be because they want to be like you snooze, you lose. But a lot of people sometimes they don't realize that they are even being sexually assaulted because they've been groomed to believe that it was normal.
That's normal. So and honestly, it takes
and it's how our laws
being removed from the situation.
Men in our country more than women who are being victimized, and it fucking is awful.
Disgust.
And it's gross that they need more people to come forward.
That's what I'm saying. One should be solid.
One should be enough.
Like literally, does somebody need to murder several people?
Yeah.
To be convicted, or can you just murder one person and then you're a murderer? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I understand that people are like overloaded and stuff, and like there's so many threats that aren't credible, but like for everything that they take is not being credible, that they roll their eyes at.
There's like a crazy statistic that like only like it's less than 5% of sexual assaulters go to jail.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. I want to say 97% get away with it, but that's an arbitrary number. I do think it's less than 5. I'm firm in saying it's less than 5% people.
I do think
actually
that
have to
I think that like just women in general aren't taken seriously when they go to the cops at all.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole other
episode.
Not even because it's I mean we could tie it in. But it would it gets me ragey.
Yeah, it gets me ragey too.
It gets me very. Was it Teal Swan that pissed me right the fuck off? Who was it?
Yeah, Teal Swan.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was One Taste.
One Taste. Rage,
motherfucker,
cringe,
diarrhea in your eyes.
Okay.
Well, thanks for listening to our second little roundup thing. If you have questions, you can DM us or email us at hello@spirituallyfucked.com. And keep listening, keep sharing. If you could leave us a review and rate us, that would be great. We haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah, please. We want to know.
Okay. I'm done. Good night.
Bye.
Good night and good luck.
Good night.
It's probably morning for
you. What is that?
I don't know. It's so dumb that I'm embarrassed to even say what it's from.
You won't even.
It's too old. You wouldn't know.
Yeah. I don't know much though.
Okay. Bye.
I don't know much.